Welcome to a lovely day, the day of love, the day of Cupid, the day of Valentine's, Dia de San Valentin. I am your host, Charlie, with my Galentines date.
Nice glass. Looks very familiar. I'm good. How are you?
I am doing stupendous on this beautiful Wednesday. When I seen that Valentine's fell on a Wednesday this year, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be something. I'm like, do we pre-record the episode? Do we do it live? But I'm
Mm.
like, we have to do it live. It's like, what a day to come together and like, have a kiki. Us
I
two
couldn't
friends.
wait to get home. I was like, I'm tired. I want to watch my Real Housewives of Miami and chill. I'm single, obviously. No, I take that back because it's not obvious. I'm very private with that. But I'm single. Charlie's not. So I did not expect him to be available tonight. I thought you were gonna go on like a dinner
Well,
or something.
Friday, I we kind of celebrated Friday. On Friday, I went to the R&B Ladies Night in Brooklyn at
I see.
Barclays, where
I'm not
I
Robin.
seen the likes of Kenny Lattimore, Robin Thicke, which I was excited to see live. I like some of his stuff going way back. Um, the Locks, they definitely brought the energy to
I
the house that
love the
night.
lot.
Yeah,
Genesis is there.
yeah, all three of them, the Locks. Um, Faith Evans. So there was a few of them that we went to see. It was a pretty cool concert. Like I said, the Locks definitely really got the house going and the
They
energy
got good
going.
songs, especially for the
So
ladies.
yeah, so it was definitely a great show. So we kind of did that early because that's another thing I was thinking about on when Valentine's falls on a weekday, but
Mm.
especially in the middle of the week, it's a little tricky. I don't know, like I don't know about y'all out there, people out there. I don't know about you, but like, do you don't you think it's weird when Valentine's is on a weekday?
I'm accustomed to it being on a weekday because it happens. I think it happened last year and the year before that. But um, I don't think it's weird. To be honest with you, I want to say the last Valentine that I've had, I feel like I'm always single around this time. Or if I am in a relationship, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day like that. We just do like flowers and chocolates exchange because my birthday is 3 days later. But when it comes to Valentine's Day, I feel like it doesn't matter if you go out on a Wednesday. I think I'd rather go on a Wednesday than go on the weekend because it's more quiet and quaint and like I don't know. When you're going to a restaurant, probably midweek, it's less likely to be packed. And like obviously tonight, there's probably a shit ton of reservations. But the way this weather was looking yesterday, I didn't think Valentine's was gonna make it. I thought a lot of people were gonna cancel. But um I'm not focused on Valentine's Day. I'm focused on my birthday on Saturday.
That's the funny thing. I think we've definitely touched on that before on the show. Where what kind of sucks for us, more you, because it literally is 3 days away. But what kind of sucks for us is that our birthdays are like very near Valentine's, so
That
it
doesn't
makes
suck.
hard. It makes
So
it hard for.
do you feel like on Valentine's Day you expect like a gift or do you expect something small and like you guys hang out and spend quality time?
Funny enough, as time is going by, especially when time goes by with the same person, you don't really put as much emphasis on Valentine's Day.
Hmm.
I'm lucky enough where like, listen, just almost a week and a half ago, I got surprised at work with flowers. So did I expect flowers today? No, to be honest, because I was very surprised when I unexpectedly got it a week and a half ago. So a little early, but I still got it, and it was very surprising, not expected,
It
like it
was
is
not as
today.
expensive as it is now.
And well, expected slash I guess expensive too. Um, because everything is hyped. What else? And plus, especially in my with in my relationship, we do so much already with traveling and just things and going out to eat where it's
This
something
is
we're already
another
used to.
day.
It's just
Yeah.
another day. As time is going by, it's just another day. We may do something special. Like yesterday, I did it a little earlier. I had these fake rose petals that I got from Shane. And I put them out. I spelled "I love you." I had like candles that and I shaped it into a heart. And I had a little gift there and stuff. So, but that was
Wait,
early.
romantico.
I'm very romantic. Don't be fooled. I could be a little spicy, but you know, I'm very romantic.
Anyway, so back to like Valentine's and like our birthdays being so close. I think with me, I've never been the selfish type to be like, I need to celebrate Valentine's Day and I need it now. Like, if I receive gifts, that's great. As long as it's being acknowledged that like we're each other's Valentine's, cool. But I never found that like a holiday to be such importance because my birthday is literally 3 days later. I was supposed to be born on Valentine's Day. I'm so happy I wasn't.
Oof. What do you think as the years have gone by? Because obviously we grew up, and it was cute today, even with in my middle school, seeing the boys and the girls with their little gifts, and I'm like, oh, like it was cool to see it because I remember I started in middle school doing that whole corny stuff, and it goes to show we're programmed in that way of like what Valentine's is. But as I
Mm.
said, as time goes by, it becomes something else throughout the years for you. I know for me, and I could go after, but what has it become to you throughout the years as you've gotten older?
Not for me, but what I've noticed, a lot of my friends feel pressure to be in a relationship or they feel lonely and they feel like they need to be talking and dating whoever because they want to feel special on Valentine's Day. Like I was just on the phone with one of my friends and um I was just like trying to console her because she was so upset that she doesn't have a Valentine. And I don't think, I mean, as you get older, you don't give a fuck about that. I mean, personally, I don't. But it does look like a lot of people go out of their way to hike up bouquet prices. Chocolate is like super expensive, even when you go to freaking CVS. Um, yeah, even restaurants. Like, why don't they do the 2 for 1 during Valentine's Day? Why does it have to be the week before? Like, restaurant week is like the week before Valentine's Day.
For me, like it's changed in a sense where I don't look at it as the day itself. I don't look at it as you need to just a lover thing. I think I look at Valentine's as a day of like just love. That love, the love you give to all types of people, not just a romantic person, your family. It could be your pet, your love of a passion that you have, whether it's your business or whether it's the gym for someone who likes to work out, whether it's your coworkers. It's I look at it like that. When you start looking at it in a different way and
Hmm.
stop putting so much weight on having someone that day or defining that day on whether you have someone or not, that's when it becomes tricky. And that's when it becomes like this day of, oh, fuck this day. I hate Valentine's, or the people commenting on, oh, I thought they were wearing matching PJs during Christmas. What happened today? So you know what I'm saying? That
Oh,
that
yeah.
hateration.
Yeah.
No, I've seen those posters. I've seen
Yeah.
those posters.
But I will say I've never been against Valentine's Day. I feel like I have so much anxiety planning my birthdays and you know this that I'm solely focused on my birthday. I'm not really focused on Valentine's Day. But I do enjoy Valentine's Day I love love and I love to see couples be happy and shit. But one thing that I do love about Valentine's Day is that we always celebrate Galentine's Day. We've been celebrating
And
Galentine's Day for like 9 years now, I
And
feel.
this is something that's become, I guess, this is more newer. The
Yeah.
Galentine's Day. I'm still getting used to how to pronounce it. For some reason, I always want to say Galentines because I feel it was wasn't it originally created? It was more of a woman thing. No, I thought it was like gays and girls.
Gals, like hanging out with my gals, Galentines, and they would
Oh
hang out
yeah, yeah.
before Valentine's Day.
And listen, that's become a whole new thing on itself as the years have progressed. And I love to see it out there, like people who I seen posting this weekend, like parties and little events. And I'm like, that's what's up. Let's take the emphasis away of like it has to be like with a romantic person. And I've seen people, this one girl that I know that I used to work with, she posted it. It was they really made an event of it. Like they had a nice spread, like little
Yeah,
hearts, and the girls wore all like I think they had like a certain color pink or
Mac-
something, PJs type
matching
thing.
colors. Yeah,
So that
that's
was
cute.
so cool to see. I love that people are like trying different things, and again, not putting this emphasis on if it's a g- if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or wife or husband. So I love to see that, and I know it's hard for people to be like, well, who's he to talk when he's taken, but um,
And I gave my 2 cents, but do you know the? I'm a nosy. I don't want to say that I'm nosy, but I'm an inquisitive person, and I wanted to know the history about Valentine's Day. And from what I remember reading it a while ago, basically it was like this old guy back in the biblical times or like back in the day. He was he had like a admirer. He really liked this girl who was younger. He ended up going to jail for something and he wrote her a note and he signed it your Valentine. So that's where it comes from. I can go back and look it up, but yeah, that's weird.
you know what I think about the same Valentine's Day massacres.
Creepy. Oh shit. Okay.
Well, let's talk about some weekend things. People were celebrating Galentines and Valentines, but people was also celebrating the Super Bowl and Usher's halftime performance. So I know you're a football girl. So what did you think of the Super Bowl? And then we could get into Usher's halftime performance.
Um, so I'm not happy that the Chiefs won because I don't care for the Chiefs. I'm an Eagles fan, always have been, always will be. I wanted the 49ers to win this time, but whatever. Congrats to the Chiefs. I feel like um from watching the game, Travis Kelsey was having a diva moment, and I don't know if it's the Swift rubbing off on him, but he was like doing too much and getting in his own coach's face, which is wild. But whatever, it's football, it happens. Other than that, there were points where the game was boring to me, and I was just like, all right, let's get Usher on the stage.
Funny, that's the consensus I keep hearing that this game was boring.
I really thought that the 49ers were going to win because by the way that they were like up for so long and most of the quarters, but the Chiefs just came and like I guess they won with overtime. Oh well.
So I mean, I didn't watch the game. Well, I had the game on for a little bit. I'm waiting for Usher to go
I
on.
was cooking while I was
I
playing the
wasn't
back.
yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to it. But then Usher came on. What did you think of Usher's halftime performance? Where a lot of
I
people are
yeah.
putting it up there with top 5 of all time.
Yeah. I don't think it was top
I've been
5.
listening.
I think it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed the performance. I thought it was great that he brought out Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, who was basically
Looked
his
like an out like some Keebler elf with that outfit. What the hell
the
was he wearing?
outfit. Like
Leprechaun stash,
he's already
pilgrim.
short. He shouldn't be wearing pants that short, like cropped like that. But I really enjoyed him bringing out Ludacris and Jermaine Dupri when he brought Alicia Keys, and obviously they were gonna sing "My Boo." I fucking hate that song. I've never,
I
ever,
like that
ever liked
song.
that song, which is
That was
crazy
a
because
gem.
I love Usher. But I know a lot of people were making fun of her because her voice cracked.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
we
the
heard that
NFL,
crack at the beginning.
and then the NFL decided to
Clean it up.
clean it up and like fix the audio.
Listen, we complain about AI and all that stuff, but we better be thankful. Some of us better be thankful for the progression because
Yeah. I
they
think he was
cleaned that
great. I
crack.
really enjoyed the he has such a catalog, like a list of catalog. I think Andy Cohen was saying in the radio this morning that he wished it was more upbeat. But Usher is an R&B singer. He
Yeah,
has a lot of songs that are kind of dancey but and vibey, but also much more R&B.
yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
people felt that he rushed through songs, but again, he has a catalog. The man has been around over 20 years. He is not like Katy Perry who performed at the Super Bowl, but she came out in what 2000 and the late 2000s.
I
Or
remember.
Gaga who also came out in the late 2000s, or even Bruno Mars himself, who's an
I think
amazing but
Gaga
came
was
out
one of
late.
the best.
So you know, Usher really, really goes back. He's when this was a
Yeah,
choice. This was a choice, but like, and I'm glad, I'm happy for him as it led up to it, and it actually happened for him to have this moment because he we grew up with like it. We're
I
in a
grew up
place
with
where
him.
we grew up with him, but yeah, our parents. He's also our parents' generation because I know my mom used to play him. My mom, loved us. She used to play him.
Your mom was a cool mom, though.
Yeah. So my grandmother loved Usher for it because she thought I looked like him. Like I was happy for him to have this moment.
Yeah.
Now, his mic was on as well. I applaud that because many Super Bowls, a lot of people be lip syncing and stuff, but he definitely had that mic on. But I did feel, and I sometimes feel validated when I connect when I hear someone else, or I'm watching another podcast or watching another show, and someone mirrors what I thought. At the beginning, there was so much going on. I felt like ADD. Like wait, like it was like band, pole people, flippers, this, that. It was too much. I thought that was
Oh,
too much.
that okay. So if you know Usher from back in the day, hit one of his songs. I think what his first one of the first songs he came out with was
My
"My
way.
Way." If you watch the
That's one of my
video,
favorite videos. Yeah, I used to watch that staple with Spice
he
Girls back in
really
the day.
he kind of like reenacted it, sort of. If you think about it, and the
There
same
was
thing
a
with
lot going on there, but it still was what's the word I'm trying to find? I'm having a brain fart. Not on brand, but like it made sense with the whole video though. There was a lot going on here.
Yeah, and
Like a
also
lot.
he has a. Remember when in the 2000s he kind of came out doing a lot of dance songs? Like he did that song with David Guetta. Um,
Mhm, mhm.
and he did a lot of collaborations like that.
With the
So,
dancing song. Oh, maybe that's
mhm,
what Andy meant. I
yeah.
don't know if that was
But
it.
did you see Will I Am? I did not recognize him.
He put on in the words of
Está
Giselle.
gordito.
In the words of Giselle, someone's packed on a few pounds.
He
Some
said,
people thought that was Kanye West. Giselle said that recently about Chris Bassett on an episode of Matilda.
"Oh yeah,
See
that's
how
right."
we're so housewives obsessed. We're always quoting. You see, we're quoting housewives. Some people out there get offended when we quote housewives without knowing the inside joke. But
Yeah.
yeah, we quote housewives so much since we love.
I didn't
Um,
know. I didn't think it was Kanye, but I was like, "Who is this man?" And then I remember the verse that he sings, and I was like, "Oh, it's Will I Am."
but you
Whatever.
know what? I thought to myself, that's a song that we didn't need because Usher already performed with the Black Eyed Peas when the Black Eyed Peas headlined the Super Bowl. He performed with them, and didn't he perform "Oh My God" already at the Super Bowl
No,
with them? No.
no, that song needed to be on there because that was a big fucking hit.
Yeah, but he performed that already with the Black Eyed Peas.
I don't think so, but I knew he was gonna perform. Yeah, yeah, reminds me of like my
2004 for
homecoming.
me. That's the year I
Um,
came out. I graduated high school.
the year you graduated. What year did you graduate?
2004.
I,
Yeah,
I was.
was a hit. That was a big
We were
year for
freshmen.
Usher. Period. That was a big
Wow.
year for Usher. Period. I remember my senior year. Like when you match, like especially
Yeah.
when you start thinking certain years to what music was out that year, and like how that the year that represented that year music wise and artist wise. Yeah, that year Usher will always be part of that year for me. My first concert, Britney Spears. That year will be 2004 will forever go like in history,
That's a
like
good
one of
year.
a memory a year for me. So the Super Bowl happened. Taylor Swift also was there. Like again, I'm glad I didn't watch the game because all the shots of her, like this is to me, her in this relationship with Travis Kelsey is such a publicity stunt to me. I feel like such like the powers that be putting them together for
I don't
whatever. I don't
understand. I don't understand how he goes from
know.
Taylor Nicole, his ex, to Taylor Swift. Like that is a difference. He was with a
They're not gonna
baddie,
last.
huh?
They're not gonna last.
He was with a baddie, and now he's with like a flatty. I don't fucking know, but I'm tired of seeing her on the screen. So I
Same
don't
here.
even care for. Bring on the baseball. I don't really care for football like that.
And then she has an album coming out too. It's like, oh my god! But you know who else has an album coming out, and who else? Actually,
Beyonce.
what I think kind of stole his little shine and thunder is like, girl, he used to babysit you when you were little. Could you not let the man have his shine for like the night? Beyonce did a Verizon commercial, which I'm sure Verizon paid paid her. They got the bucks. They paid her. She did a a Verizon commercial. But not only did she get paid, she also used it to her leverage, and marketed what is her new album. She announced she's dropping an album, Act Two, later on in March, March 29th, I believe. But Beehive or regular non-Beehive, just regular fans, if you're expecting what he usually expect from Beyonce, you are wrong, wrong, wrong. The girl is going country, and because I know my rights, we have a certain amount of time that we could kind of play the song. So here is
Yeehaw.
one of the songs. Here we go.
Which one? Texas?
All right. Well, that's the most we could play because we don't want this episode getting flagged. But yeah. So it's country. It's country, and I can't get into it.
I
I
heard
can't get
that
into it.
she. I like certain country. No, I take that back. There's certain
No,
country
before he
songs.
cheats by Carrie Underwood. I don't know if
I
you
don't
like
like
that.
that
I
song.
like that song.
I
That's a
like
good song.
no. I
Before
like
he.
Lady A.
Well, when you think about it, Shania Twain, man, I feel like a woman. That's country.
I
She
don't
is
consider that
country.
country. I consider
It's
that
a
country
crossover pop.
pop.
Country
Yes.
pop.
I I like a lot of songs from Dolly Parton, and I heard that Beyonce's supposed to do a Dolly Parton song, like remake a song.
Well, she's gone country, and I'm not. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not. I'm definitely not getting the album. I'm disappointed because like we know how much I loved her last album. I get it. Some artists have to evolve. I know hardcore fans will be like, well, artists have to evolve and stuff. You know what's my theory? And I'm saying it right here. Timestamp it on Valentine's Day 2024. That could timestamp this. She's doing this. Jay Z just finished giving some speech about her not winning album of the year just 2 weeks ago, right? Mark my words, in 2025 she'll be getting nominated for album of the year and most likely will take album of the year. But it took her going blonde. She already is fair skinned, so she already looks like a white girl, could pass for a white girl. Going blonde and releasing a country album, and they're gonna award her the album of the year with no problem.
I thought
That's
you were
my
gonna
theory.
say. I thought you were gonna say that she's gonna win country album.
She an album of the year, an album of the year. Most
Mm.
likely she'll win country or whatever, and also have another accolade. Beyonce becomes well. I don't know if she'll become the first female, black female to win country album. Has she won? Has there been another black female country album winner? But let's put it like this. Also, I also want to throw this out there because I know a lot of people with Black History Month. We gotta also mention it. Black. We know there's a certain type that country usually is white folks that sing it, right? But just like rock and roll, there's a history going way back where black people did country, did rock and roll, the Buck Cherries, etc. So there's history. I know you may not see a lot of us out there, but there's history where black folks were in rock and roll,
Hmm.
were in country, and writing big hits for some of the big legends that we do know of. So just to
So
put that out there too.
female wise, and I want to say I don't know if it was 2021, but Mickey Guyton, she was nominated for a Grammy, and she's a black country singer, but she didn't win.
Yeah. Um, so it's interesting. It's interesting, but I'm also hearing that it's all a big thing. So I was a little disappointed because I wanted my visuals from Act One. But I hear this is some theories out there. When it comes to Beyonce, there's a lot of theories. She's very mystical in that way. That it's all gonna tie together, Act One, Act Two, and Act Three, and we are gonna see all the visuals. We are gonna see everything, but it's all gonna be released as a culmination after Act Three. And some people are speculating, going as far as we had to dance, right? We had the
Mhm.
house, which was stolen from the blacks, right? Like, because let's be real, if we do our history, you know, let's take it back to the house. Now she's doing country, and some fans are speculating, some people are speculating that the third act is going to be rock and roll, which was
Oh
also,
Lord.
I mean,
Okay, Tina
right?
Turner. Listen, I'm gonna say this. When it comes to Beyonce, she had me at Renaissance. I've never been a big ass Beyonce fan, like Die Hard, Beehive, all this shit. And
Yeah,
some of the songs that she has, I would hear them play in like fucking H&M or Forever 21 or anywhere, and I would be like, okay, this is a cute song. Did I go out of my way to download her albums? No. Did I want to go see her in concert? Not really. The only reason that I wanted to go see her in Renaissance is because I wholeheartedly love the album. And it had a lot of like disco in it, which is my shit. That's my vibe. So good luck with this country album, girl. Go get her done.
get rid of it. Random cowboy. Now we're gonna see a lot of people.
That's where she's from anyway.
We're gonna see. She is from Houston, Texas, but get ready to see a lot of people in cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
I already been there, done that for this concert. That
Uh,
shit is in the vault.
but let's play on Valentine's on Galentines. You know, friends get together, drink, have a kiki, and play games. So let's play a little bit of one of Melanie's favorites, a little game of this or that. Valentine's Day edition. So take it away.
Um, all right. It's actually Never Have I Ever Valentine's Day edition.
Oh, oops.
Oops,
Technical
we did it
difficulties
again.
right there.
Do you have your paddle with you, darling?
Is it?
Our Andy Cohen paddle. So if you have done it, you say I have. If you haven't, you say I have never. This is the Valentine's Day edition for adults. Never have I ever. And these questions are going to be random, by the way. Never have I ever had a crush on two people at once. Dos mujeres, un camino. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Never have I ever smoked. I haven't.
That's Valentine. What does
I
smoking
swear to
have to
God,
do with?
that's what it says. Never have I ever eaten at a restaurant by myself.
Uh-huh.
I have. I did in Puerto Rico while you guys were like fucking drunk and hungover. Never have I ever flirted my way out of a ticket. Sure have. Lucy got it instead. Never have I ever. Never have I ever bought roses and chocolates for a date on Valentine's Day. Actually, I did it a sassy man not that long ago, and he wanted that. So anyway, never have I ever imagined being married to someone. I don't know. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Never have I ever sought revenge on an ex.
Mm-mm.
Really, you haven't? Okay. Never have I ever been on a blind date. I have not. I don't trust people enough to set me up. Set me with somebody wall-eyed or whatever. Never have I ever regifted a gift. You've never regifted a gift?
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Okay. Never have I ever eaten an entire pizza by myself.
Oh, I
No.
have.
Especially them little
I was
boxes.
just talking about this that I did this in Italy.
Never have I ever broken up with someone over text.
Um.
Yes. Don't waste. I'm not wasting my time to tell you in person, especially if you don't live here. Never have I ever fallen in love. I don't, yeah. Never have I ever kissed in a friend's ex. Mm, you gotta think about that, child. Never have I ever watched a rom com twice. You have. I have too.
Notebook, The Vow, Breaking.
Never have I ever met someone on a dating app. Come on now. Never have I ever dated someone just for their looks.
And it
Yeah,
doesn't work, people.
it
Looks are
really
not
doesn't.
everything.
All right, two more. Never have I ever kissed a stranger. Ew, no, I'm not trying to get mono. And last one. Never have I ever been broken up with for being immature. I'm many things, but immature is not one of them. Yeah.
Well, if you're compared to a child, isn't that kind of saying immature? If someone calls you a child or like you're acting childish or whatever.
No, I just call them a gaslighter and a narcissist because that's what you are. I don't think I act like a child if
Well,
I'm calling it
speaking
out.
of, let's talk about some, as I'm calling it, Mel's X. We was having some conversations about X,
Oh,
right?
very
So, are you
easy.
ready for that?
Yes. So I think in the dating world, there's a lot of icks that I think women should look out for. And they don't really pay attention to the red flags because they want to be Stevie Wonder to these guys. But I'm gonna tell you a few icks that I personally have and things that I notice that make me not want to be in a relationship with a guy or pursue anything. Ick number one, nonchalant. Acting like you don't care doesn't get me to like you. It gets you left. I don't waste my time with people who act very like nonchalant. Not saying that you have to like be on top of me, but also act like you care. Ick number two, not having friends. How are you a grown ass man and you don't have any friends? That doesn't make sense to me. If anything, that makes me feel like you're antisocial and you are very like you go with the herd. Like you probably become friends with like your significant other's friends, and that's not a good look. Ick number three, being introverted. How you don't want to leave the house and experience life or meet new people or travel. When I know when I was on dating apps, I would put like someone, I would want someone that is a bit of introvert mixed with extrovert because you have to have a happy balance. You can't just be
Yeah.
one or the other extremely. And I would get a lot of pushback because guys would say these fucking low vibration men would say something like, "Well, I don't like to be outside all the time." Who says that you have to be outside just because you're an extrovert? Extrovert has to do with your personality. It doesn't have to do with being outside. Jesus. Anyway, pick number four, bad communication. You're grown, but you don't know how to use your words, and you expect me to learn. I am not Miss Cleo. I don't have an 8 ball. I don't have a magic thing that tells me how you're feeling.
And Miss
We're
Cleo
not doing
says,
that.
hell no.
We're too young, also. Yeah. We're too young to also like try to decipher what other people are not young. We're too old to try to decipher what other people are thinking. Like, come correct or don't come at all. This is my fifth one. This is my last. No, this is not my last one. This is my. Mm, we got three more. Calling me big baller. That is. Ooh, I'm getting hot just thinking about it right now.
What?
When a guy calls me, okay, big baller or something like that, that makes me feel like, okay, you can't match my energy financially, but also like for you to say that just makes you seem like you're beneath me. Like, why would you say that? That is so cringe to me when a guy says like, "Oh, she got the money" or something like that. Like, yuck.
Big
Don't ever men
guys
out there
calling people
in
the
the
big ball.
comments don't ever say that to a girl. That shit is such a turn off. Like, don't say that. Okay, that was five, right? Six. Not emotionally intelligent. You're fine as fuck, but you can't hold a conversation. You lack self awareness and you can't express your emotions. Who are we dating? Like a toddler? No. You have to be emotionally intelligent to even have a spark a conversation. And the last one, this is optional for people. I'm 5'8", so obviously I like a little length in all sense of the word. The last ick is your height starts with 5. like 5 foot something.
That is a very optional one, and also a very
That
vain
is very
and
optional. Coming
very
from a
vain
five
one.
foot person, that is very optional. Here's the reason why it's an ick for me. I have gone on dates or I have matched with guys who put their height as like 5'8", 5'9", and then when you see them in person, they're like hitting
Well,
your nose.
maybe the
Your
ick should
nose.
be honest, but it's
They
very
need to be honest.
superficial. I
That's the last ick. I thought it was funny, and I feel like yeah, like don't if you're gonna be 5'6", come correct and say, yo, I'm 5'6". Yes, I don't mind if
yes,
you wear
be
heels,
honest.
but don't have a Neapolitan complex about me being taller than you, being short. It's not my fault that you're vertically challenged. Like, hello. So
Short
those are
guys
my
out there that
that is
still
not
love.
shallow. That is a preference.
It's a preference, but
That's a 6'4" guy.
is a preference optional.
Those are my icks. Those are
Your
not. It
ick.
doesn't have to be like anyone else's, but hmm.
It's like someone saying I don't want to date this. It's personal. But that's funny. That's funny.
Well, thank you.
Short
Thank you.
guys, we love you guys too. And
I
short,
love my
sometimes
little
shorties
shorties.
be
They're not
packing.
sure all the way, but
Shorties, I've dated some shorties, and those shorties have,
oh god. Okay, so when I say shorties, it's not about like height. It's also it's also like how you present yourself. A lot of people will tell you, I'm 5'8", so how tall are you? Because you better not wear heels. Like, how fucking dare you? You can't even buy me a
Oh
pair of
no,
heels.
now we're not having an episode of Saved by the Bell either. I remember when, oh yeah, when
Why?
Jesse Spano had a thing with a short little guy at a dance.
And he said that he said not to
That
wear
she
heels.
kid, something like that. I
Oh,
forgot the episode. But anyway, speaking of when I Saved by the Bell, he did a similar show called Degrassi. Now he's getting
the
Degrassi.
grassy.
Um, well, a few weeks ago, or not even a few weeks ago, just recently, Drake broke the internet
Woo!
with what appears to be, he's not denying it, whether he's milking it and running with it just for
That
the
was
publicity
him.
of it
You
all.
know it's him.
But the man is cocky for a reason. Um, I mean, you was up all night trying to find
I
it when I'm
stayed up
like,
till
I
two
found
in
it
the
like
morning trying
literally
to look for it. Went home, went to work looking like a zombie, and then I told Charlie, I'm like, I've been looking for this fucking picture and I can't find it. And Charlie goes, "Hold, please." And right in my hands was the golden ticket of Willy Wonka. I will say, anyone who has listened to Drake's mixtapes will know that he's been bragging about his size for a long
That's
time.
what I said
He
about
used to
Bad
call
Bunny.
himself Big Dick Bandit. Like,
That's what I said
so.
about Bad Bunny.
Mm.
I don't
I
think
thought
you gotta be a fool if in a lot of your songs you're talking about like your dick size and how big you are. You gotta be a damn goddamn fool to rap that so much in different songs and then not live up to it or be small. So if they're talking about it that much, I believe them. People like Drake and rap, I believe them.
I've heard many things about Drake, how he likes to do things and who
Freaky,
he gets with and stuff. But wait, what you said?
freaky.
No, not even that. He's like very what is
If I know anything about Scorpios,
he doesn't like to wrap it up, which is
oh, he
kind of
likes to
nasty
raw
and like
dog.
you
He likes to
work
be raw dog.
yeah, and that's kind of nasty and that's kind of like you're playing anyway, you're playing with fire. But
Well, he has one
continue.
kid out of it. He has one kid out of it. Um,
I
well,
just
I
felt
mean,
bad for the kid. I know I was trying to look for the pictures, but the fact that everyone's making a big to do about this, like I'm afraid that people in his school are gonna like be like, Adonis, your dad with his long ass
I
bill.
mean, it's gonna happen. Period. Like these celebrity kids, period, are gonna have to deal with their parents being celebrity, especially if they're still in the public eye. Like, oh, like whatever. He'll be fine though. He got the money. Um, I mean, not to. Never mind. I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, I can't say much in this conversation, but
But
it was very enjoyable to watch
yeah,
and press play.
and then Bad Bunny, like a few days later, trying to be a thirst trap on his
Yeah,
live. But do you think the Bad Bunny one was him? Some people think he was stuffing. Whether he was stuffing and joking around and being like disimulando, just fucking around. I know Bad Bunny's still like.
Well, during quarantine.
Tiene el bicho el cabezón y tiene el bicho afeitado como Caillou. Lo dijo él mismo.
Okay, well, for the non-Spanish speakers, no, honestly though, Bad Bunny has like posted during COVID and during quarantine, he would be dancing on boats or dancing like outside in the sun, and his shit was flopping everywhere. This is a great Valentine's, I must say.
It's hot and steamy in here. We are, hey, it's steamy conversation on Valentine's. Um, Speaking, do you have any like memorable Valentines?
I have one. It was a while ago. I got this stuffed panda. I called him Polly the panda. I don't know where it's at anymore. I moved so much, probably in the trash, or I probably gave it to like Toys and Tots or whatever. But it was a huge panda, and I got like nice flowers and stuff, and we went out to eat. But I always get like huge stuffed animals. Do you remember that ginormous bear that someone gave me? It was like a big ass bear, like a human sized bear. That one was great.
It sucks. Those listen, living in New York, those type of getting those things is just ridiculous.
My
I'm
mom
sorry.
hated it because it would scare the shit out of her because I would position it like to like stand or like sit facing the door. So she always thought it was like a fucking person. But yeah,
It's like when you go to Six Flags and you're like, oh, I want to play a game and win one of those big stuffed animals, but then you're like, fuck, I live in New York City. What the hell is that? That's gonna take up space of my like apartment, like that
yeah.
big ass bear in these New York City
Hmm.
apartments. I don't think so.
But I
Um,
don't think, yeah, other than that, like I've had great Valentines, and then the years that I didn't have a Valentine, I never had or never felt like, oh my god, I'm so upset I don't have a Valentine. Like again, I focus more on my birthday, and you know how I am when it comes to my birthday. I leave everything to the last minute. I'm surprised that I made plans
I
this
think for
early.
you because you're focusing on your birthday and planning for your birthday, it kind of like overshadows and you don't really even think about Valentine's because you're focused
I
on your.
don't, and then people just hit me up out of the woodwork. Hey, happy Valentine's! Long time no talk. I'm like, where'd you crawled out of? Like, where are you coming from?
That's another one where it's like where brandos like are like hit you up with Happy Valentine's. Like, well, no, I mean it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be because even today, for example, like I reached out to people and was like, "Love you," this and that, like family and stuff. So
But that's in your nature. If we dated probably like 6 years ago, and I haven't spoken to you in that long, and out of nowhere you
that's
decide on Valentine's Day to hit me up and say Happy Valentine's Day, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna heart it and keep it pushing. Like, you too. That's it. Leave me
no, yeah,
alone.
that is different. Yeah. What what would you say? Well, you said you didn't really have worse, like a worse Valentine's.
The worst Valentine was, oh my god, my stalker's probably gonna see this. The worst Valentine was when I had was dating a sassy man who wanted to get chocolates and flowers or balloons. And I went on my way and I was like, I'm not gonna get him Dollar Tree shit because like why? Men normally don't get gifts on Valentine's Day. So I
Well,
made a good
I'm
effort.
I'm happy you brought that up. This could be a good segue because today
Mhm.
I actually spoke about this at an event I was in the other day, and even with my middle schoolers, we gotta change that and rewire that too. You
Mhm.
see, it's part of society.
Yeah.
Women are the ones that's supposed to get the flowers and the chocolates and balloons and the gifts because it's evolved. Now it's not only chocolate, flowers, and balloons. Bitches want diamonds and
This
Birkins.
is one Birkins and fucking.
So it's evolved. But with that said, we need to evolve with men should get gifts too. It
Mhm.
shouldn't, and if they expect it or get upset that they didn't and get hurt just like a woman would get hurt, be in their right. And I
Yeah,
don't think I have to disagree. And listen, I know people think we're best friends and we always agree, but this would be a boring show if we agreed on everything. But I have to disagree that we call them sassy men just because they expect, unless there's another reason why you call this person sassy, but that we
because
call them
I
sassy men
there's
because
so
they
many other
expect.
things I'd rather call
Okay,
him that than that. But sassy in the sense where well, what are you getting me for Valentine's Day?
Not Thanksgiving.
I went out of my way, not only getting him like chocolates, his favorite chocolates, Dutches, and a bunch of
Oh,
shit.
okay. Now I was kind of thinking. I was a little confused. I'm like, is it the sassy man thing? But now you confirm
Now
it.
you
But
know.
continue. Now
And
I know.
I try, you know, with me when it comes to gifts, I like to personalize it. Just because it's Valentine's Day, you don't need to like directly get the same shit over and over. Chocolates,
Yeah, yeah,
flowers,
yeah. Exactly.
balloons.
I agree. It doesn't have to be
I
the
don't think you need to
expected
do
stuff.
that. You could give someone something that's more personable to them, to their taste. So I don't know if you like to smoke or whatever, and you need gross, but you know what I mean. I like to
Mhm.
personalize gifts. I put effort and thought into the gift. When I saw my gift, honey, it wasn't even like any thought, and it was like those fucking last minute three three flowers that were basically dying. They were dried up from Dollar Tree because you know Family Dollar has those dried up flowers. Not even from like fucking Walmart or Trader Joe's. Give me Trader Joe's flowers, at least they'll last me a couple of days. And then the candy, like he ate some of it.
You lied.
No, I'm not.
Wait,
And
did he give it to you open already, eaten, or he ate after he gave it to
he bought a bag that had like the mini individual ones. I'm seeing him putting it on the thing and like pocketing like half of them for him to take to work or whatever. So that's cool. Thumbs up. A for effort. That the dried flowers and yeah, that's it. I think that's all I remember. Like one little balloon, but the balloon, and I never said anything about this because at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what, it's the thought that counts. But you know how they have teddy bears and they have the little balloon that they're
you?
holding?
Yeah.
He took the balloon from the teddy bear. Why couldn't you buy me both? I don't understand. So
How
I
do
don't
you
know.
know
I
you
don't
took
know
a
in
balloon
my
from the teddy bear?
I don't know what I was doing. Listen, when I tell you COVID, like the year 2020 to 2022 is it's like basically
Like a
erased from my
blur.
mind because I made so many fucking decisions in my personal life that I don't understand. I think I whatever Britney Spears went through, that like dilemma bullshit that she
Mhm.
went through, I basically went through the same thing without shaving my head.
Yeah, yeah, 2021.
You know,
Yeah,
you
look
know
at
how it is when you have those pity relationships.
Oh, we yeah, yeah. Oh, 2000.
We
Yeah,
went through
I
it
had one.
not at the same time. You
We
had to
kind
go
of
through it
like
first.
yeah, we
Yeah.
it's like we are Siamese twins. We kind of
So that,
like I dealt with something, came out of it, and then you had to do. It was like, but you
yeah.
came out of it, and look, thank you,
And that's why
Jesus.
when people are
The
like
love of Jesus has us thriving now.
and
Let the
that's why when
scripture
people
say.
are like, "Oh my god, like why are you you're such a good catch. Why are you single or this shit or like
People need to
are you
step
not
in. We,
you don't
we
have a
need
Valentine?" I'm like, "No," and I'm perfectly fine with it because
listen. Anyone out there listening to this or watching this, we need to stop that too. Like asking people, like
they
you're such a
really
catch, or
do.
why are you single? I get it. Well, I used to get it. Like, why are you single? You're so hot to be single, or you're so thick. It's like that. Like, please. And
You
even
know
the
what's my
people it's coming
response to
from,
that?
even the people it's coming from is like you're telling me you're interested in me, then show me the world. You think I'm so
Mhm.
great to be think, then step up and be that great person.
Yeah.
This is back then, but you was gonna say
I think whenever I got if when I don't get asked that anymore because I would mostly get asked that like in dating apps, which is crazy to me because like how are you
even
single
though
asking me why I'm single?
yeah,
Like clearly you have a problem and you feel you're weirded out by me being so great at myself.
oh
What
yeah, that's
but
crazy.
like what I say to that is why am I single? Because I haven't found what I'm looking for. That's it. I don't need to explain to people what the fuck, what the reason why, oh, I wasted this time or I was blah, blah, blah. Like, that's nobody's business. And to ask that is kind of insulting because it's like, I could ask you the same thing. Why are you single? So,
Exactly. It's weird. It's yeah. It's like let's come up with other things for conversational pieces and in general, like Let's
Or
stop
not
asking
ask a
people.
question. How
Let,
about you just say, "Wow, you're like a great catch," or say something like, "I hope you find the person that you're looking for." Like people don't have social skills. It's crazy.
but let's play some more games on this Lovers Day. So let's do this. I've set up a few men, Melanie, that we're gonna
Woo.
go through, and we are going to decide if we will want them as lovers or friends. I've picked an eclectic, different type of men because we played many, many, many games with different, many, many, many men that we love. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to keep it eclectic with this game of lovers and friends. So if y'all are at home watching or listening, play along with us. First one, Russell Wilson, lover or friend?
I personally am not attracted to him, and I heard bad things about him, like how he's rude to his teammates. So I would say friend.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
I think someone else just told me the same thing that they don't think he's all that good looking. I think he's
It's
good
not
looking.
even that he's not good looking. It's I don't know. He be trying to act like he reminds me of Wayne Brady that tries to act like so holier than thou and Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Like I don't like that.
Well, I mean, can't knock a man of faith.
I
I
can,
love
but
that.
when his personality does not coincide with how he is
Yeah,
as a athlete, Team Marshawn Lynch.
I say love. I would say lover. I would say lover, and he's
Yeah,
a
that's your
Scorpio.
type.
So. Lover or friend?
Liam Nielsen.
Nielsen.
I feel his wife Natasha Richardson, that was in the Parent Trap, she passed away. His son Danny is fine as fuck, and I saw him at Benny's Burritos. I like his voice. I'll say lover. Fuck it. I like a
Oh, come
daddy.
on. Oh, come on,
Come
T.
on, daddy with
I would
money.
say a friend. I would
Of
say a
course you
friend.
would.
Yeah, I would say a friend. Lover or friend? Woody
These are
Harrelson.
very random. Woody Harrelson?
Yes.
No, I want to date no one named Woody. Friend.
Back maybe when he was like in Living. Wait, was he in Living Color? Yeah, in
It
Living
was
Color.
doing
He was in
what?
Living Color. He
Living
used to
single, maybe?
no, he wasn't Living Color. No, he wasn't in Living Color. Oh no, he was on Cheers in Living Color. What am I thinking? Jim Carrey was. Sorry, Lord, I'm
Cheers. I
confusing the
think that
white
was
people. He was on Cheers with
with Camille Grander's husband.
everybody knows. Yeah, he was on that show. And Christy Alley, and yeah, he was on that show. Because I
Yeah.
got into that show for a little bit, but no, he for me would be a friend. Again, early '90s, I would have went in that movie. White Men Can Jump. He could have gotten it. A Money Train also with Jennifer Lopez and Wesley Snipes. Could have gotten it, but not now. Harrison Ford, lover or friend?
Friend, because he only likes really skinny bitches like Clarissa Flockhart. I'm good.
uh,
He ain't looking this
say
way.
friend. Definitely a friend for
What
me.
is with these white old men, Charlie? Like, oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio,
I
lover
am
or
too
friend?
old for this man.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He dates 20, mid 20s. His girlfriends are all like mid 20 models. I am past the mark, bitch.
For me,
No,
it will be a friend. I
friend.
Yeah, I get it. People used to love over him and thirst over him back, like us growing up. I guess he's our generation as a as an actor. But as he's gotten older, I don't.
I like
People are
him as
not.
an actor, but I don't think that I would date him. I would want to be friends with him so we can hang out and go to a bunch of like
Model parties and fashion
yeah.
shows.
Did you know that he was part of this clique in Hollywood called the Pussy Posse? It was him, Toby Maguire, David Blaine, Kevin Connolly, and a bunch of other people, like a bunch of losers, but Leo was there too.
Well, in a few years, I'm sure we'll hear a similar Diddy story with all these legends.
Surviving Leo.
Next, lover or friend, Pete Davidson.
I heard he's swinging.
For me, it's
But
lover.
really?
I
I would want to
love
be his
love it up,
friend.
love it up.
He's too emotionally like he says that he has depression and all that shit. And I've dealt with guys with their depression. Let me stop before I become a man hater. Um No, I'll be friends with him. We could like kick it and listen to music or something.
Lover for me. Next, Vin Diesel, lover or friend?
Vin Diesel is like mad funny to me. His voice is like, imagine waking up to that shit. What a roughneck.
Yeah, baby.
Um,
Got a bacon nugget.
I would say lover. See if he's packing, even though I don't know. Yeah,
I don't
lover.
know.
I like a baldy.
I don't know about Vin Diesel. There's something like, yeah, he was good looking. I found him good looking. He's all right, but I don't see the. I don't know the overall big thing. There's something about him that I just look at and I'm like, eh. For me, it would be friend.
Maybe the first season, the first movie of Fast and Furious. Maybe. Excuse me, who is
Next,
this?
lover or friend, Romeo Santos.
That's my cousin. I'm not hooking up with my cousin.
I would say lover. Not the best picture, but I would say lover. I would definitely do lover.
Friend, not my type.
Next, Anuel Doble A.
His
Lover
fucking
or friend?
his voice. Um,
You know what? For me, he's gonna be a friend.
for me, it's gonna be a friend because the way he did Carol G, my fellow Korean, and shout out to her because today's her birthday. I no, I'm good.
Lover or friend? Jay Z.
You know what? I will close my eyes and be a lover just for the money, honey. Looking
Listen,
like
I would do it. I would do lover because, like you said, close your eyes and imagine your tongue in between my thighs. Little Kim, shout out to Little
okay, little
Kim.
Kim. How many licks?
You see, it takes real ones to know that reference. Nah, I'll do lover. Why not? Jay Z, Beyonce has upgraded Jay Z from the looks, everything. He looks better now than he did back then, and he's older now.
No,
He's
also
older now.
Jay Z is very smart. He's very intelligent. He's not just a hood booger from the Marcy projects.
Yeah, for real. Shout outs to Jay Z. Whew, child, what a show! What a show we've had today.
Well,
Um,
before we go and before we wrap up, I want to say thank you for another year of Galentines. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
and yes,
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a
a
confidant.
confidant. And
Mm,
if we took honey.
honey.
But no, shout out to you, shout out to our friendships because again, Valentine's, we need to just get into the habit and like rewire ourselves that it should be not only about celebrating like romantic love, but friendship love, all types of love. So shout out to everyone at home. Shout out to my bestie here. Shout out to our lovers and friends. And I also want to say shout out to people that I love, my brothers. Love you guys. My grandmother, my dog Gizmo, my dad. Love you guys. My things that I love, like working out, and just this. Everyone listening, thank you. It's a love that I have. So spreading that. Anything you have left, Melanie, for the people?
Just want to say happy Valentine's Day and every day to everyone. Feel love not just today, but all the time. And if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to be able to love someone else?
Can I get an amen? And also, I want to give a happy. It's Aquarius season in full effect. Happy birthday to my brother. His birthday. One of our big supporters here that tunes in a lot. Brian, shout out to you. It was his birthday this past Sunday, and we are celebrating. It's early. It's this Saturday, but I wanted to, while we're here, happy birthday to my besties. Not only Galentines, but happy birthday on Saturday. We'll be celebrating. So happy birthday to you. And make sure to send Melanie some happy birthday wishes on her birthday. We love you guys. Remember to follow, like, subscribe, everything to Inner Circle Podcast. And we'll see you next week with special guest Keith from For the Love of Doe Season 2. The love continue.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle Podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.